Well, it's being also talked about in the left-wing media about black people. You know, we always being talked about. We one group of people they can't stop talking about no matter what it is. And of course, you know, when it's being talked about in CNN, it's definitely related to the Democrat Party. So there was this article that come out on CNN, and they're talking about black voters, talking about that we form the core of the Democrat Party base. But how is it that we form the core of the Democrat Party base, but we are the most ignored by the Democrat Party? Now, many people say it's because we don't ask for nothing for our vote. It's not a mass call for any kind of tangibles. We just come out and vote. All they got to say is systemic racism and, ooh, look how the police treating y'all. And, oh, boy, we're going to do something about that. Then they lied to you, of course, like they did in the past election. Didn't do anything for you, but yet you saw them doing something for everybody else. You know, we could just start running up on the screen the people that they have done something for, but it won't do anything for black people, right? Now, it said black people cast ballots for Democrats in greater proportion than pretty much any other demographic. They say without the massive backing of black voters, the last three Democratic nominees, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama, would have not made it to the general election. Now, Barack Obama, what did he do for that, for y'all votes? What did you point to he done for specifically for black people? Nothing. Biden not even play the game with you. Biden like, forget y'all. You know, when the moment he got in there talking about y'all got to work with the Hispanics if you want something. That's what he said, right? He came in the gate saying I'm not doing nothing for y'all. And he's doing something for everybody else. I just posted on my Twitter. If you didn't follow me on Twitter, I don't know why you're not following. Well, he came out saying he asked Congress for $33 billion for Ukraine. He just gave Ukraine $13.6 billion, and now he wants another $33 billion, but let you ask for reparations and say, hey, you can put a down payment on reparations for that same amount of money that you gave to Ukraine or want to give Ukraine at least another $33 billion. What he going to tell you? F y'all. I ain't giving y'all nothing. And you still going to come out and vote for me too. That's why I'm not doing nothing for you. Because you know what? You're dumb. And I know you're dumb. So that's why I'm not doing it. Listen, I know you so dumb that I can get on a radio show that a lot of y'all listen to and tell y'all that if you don't vote for me, you're not black, and you still can't vote for me. Why would I do something for y'all? No other group will put up with that but black folk. Just call it what it is. Politically, I'm saying politically, you're very ignorant in politics. You let them folks scare you, and you gonna keep running to vote for them. Like me, like I said, I'm even getting real tired of a lot of y'all. I'm just being real with you, and I'm not the only one that's getting tired with y'all. If black people keep running and voting that Democrat Party in, and you see how hostile they are to us as black people, we're cementing ourselves as a fifth-class citizen. And I'm not going to live in a country the rest of my life to the day I die where I'm a fifth-class citizen and immigrants just coming across that border can get ahead of me, just like this. Now, I'm not saying on an individual level, but I'm talking about in a collective level. Because I could be selfish and like, shoot, ain't gonna do, I'm good. Ain't gonna do with me. But I know it just because you may do a little well, you're no different than the person that's skating by. Because we all black, and in any moment they could flip something on us. But I'm not going. One thing I've never done in my life is purposely allow myself to be in a situation where I know it's spiraling down. I've always got out of it and went to something better that I saw was better for me. So when you hear me talking the way I talk a lot of times about, hey, man, I'm looking at other options. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. It's because I have, like I told a lot of y'all, you got to make a decision for yourself. Because it don't make no sense how black people are the core of the Democrat Party and black people are the most ignored. They telling you, CNN telling you that Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, or Barack Obama would not even made it to the general election if it wouldn't be for black people. And when they come to you with this, you're only 12% of the population. 12% of the population don't determine elections. But there's way more black people in this country than 12%, 13%. They may say 14 or 15%. It's way more than that. A lot of black people not even counted in the census, and they're not even trying to count you. It's way more black people here than they can even think about. If you believe them that we've been stuck at 12% of the population and we know people in our community spitting kids out like this, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Please. But continuing. So they're saying, yet recent polling suggests the advantage Democrats have had with black voters may be slipping. They say at least a little bit. They say this follows the 2020 election, which Biden won black voters by less than 80 points. They say the weakest margin of a Democratic presidential nominee since 1996. They say if your baseline is a network exit polls. A few weeks ago, Gallup released results comparing Biden's approval rating since October with the first 6 months of his administration. Much attention has been paid to his 20-plus point drop with young adults and Hispanics, far less noted with Biden's approval rating among black adults stood at a mere 67%. It said that was down 20 points from 87% at which the beginning of his presidency, which was fairly in line with the percentage of black voters who backed him in 2020. So they said, to put this in context, Obama's approval rating with black adults never dropped below 75% in any Gallup polls. They averaged across time and say it was almost always stay safely at 80%. The reason why they're not really worried about the black people not supporting is because in the Democrats' mind is they got y'all. They know the playbook with y'all. All they got to say is your ancestors died for you to vote. So if you sit at home, you're going to disrespect your ancestors. Lies. Your ancestors fought to be free of white supremacist terrorism. They didn't fight to go vote. They fought to be free. And part of you being free, once you get free, is to participate in the system, right? And then so black people wanted to vote. But that's not the reason our ancestors fought and died, okay? So they come up with that lie. Then they'll tell you that you got to get us in because those racist Republicans, oh, they're so racist, so you better get us in, even though they were more racist than they are. I just posted a podcast called The Everyday White Supremacist. Please go listen to that podcast on the Philip Scott Audio Experience channel. Go listen to it, okay? I want you to check that out. That's your liberal white supremacist talking in that video. Another trick that's being used within our own community because we have the religion of white Jesus and Democrat. Your own family members will pressure you to vote Democrat, okay? They were talking about they so happy to get a little sticker that say I voted. They're like a little puppy with a treat. Oh, look, I got a sticker. I voted. They taking pictures on Facebook and Instagram. I voted. Look at me. This is what I did. I say, oh, you got your little toy, like your little puppy in the house. You happy? Oh, that's all they got to give you is I voted sticker. Really? And while you happy about an I voted sticker, the Asian community don't even come out in mass numbers to vote, and they're now federally protected, and you're not. But you're happy with the I voted sticker. You're ski-weeing to the polls. You're souling to the polls. You're dancing to the polls. You got strippers telling you get your booty to the polls. And the Afghanistan people, who's not even citizens, Biden gave them in the door $500 million. And what did you get? A I voted sticker. Wow, you accomplished a lot, didn't you? The Ukrainians, they're coming over. They constantly get in the bag. They didn't vote at all, and they get in the bag. What did you get? I voted. Awesome. You was making your ancestors proud. You got that Trump out. You did good. The LGBT. They didn't come out in mass numbers like black people did in the midst of a global pandemic. And they got something from Biden. They getting the money too right now. Did you know LGBT who didn't get certain benefits when they first got married, now they're getting this big transfer of wealth? You got what in California, if you're transgender, you get $900 a month. Everybody getting something from the Democrat Party. But what did you get? I voted sticker. What did you get? I felt good about myself. I got Trump out, and everybody else got tangibles. This is why a lot of times I'm getting more sickened with my own community politically. It's because I don't like being part of people who's purposely losing, because it's not that we can't win. Oh no, we can win very easily, but we have so many people in our community that's so remedial in a lot of ways politically that they will make us as a group lose while everybody else go win. See, it's not that the white supremacy just attacks us and dog piles on us. No, our own people participate in the dog piling by doing things to hurt the whole group. People like to point out the Jesse Lee Petersons and the Larry Elders and the Candace Owens. They run off at the mouth. You know the people that hurts us the most? That group of people that blew no matter who, that hurt us way more than Diamond and Silk could ever hurt us. They ain't hurting us like that. That blew no matter who crowd in our community. You got to vote Democrat. You better not vote nothing else. You got to go out and vote. Your ancestors died. Those people hurting us worse than any shucking and jiving raccoon, and making our whole community go down the toilet. Because politics is where you need to get things there for your community, and you not as a collective not doing it. Sure, it's a contingent of us that's fighting. It's a contingent of us that's saying, hey, let's do this. Let's press forward. Let's get some tangibles, whatever. But the problem is with the contingent that's fighting, because people always tell me, I'm going to fight. I'm going to stay here and fight. The problem with the fighting is this, not the fight. The fight isn't the problem. The problem is you got to deal with the white supremacists, and you got to deal with the people in your own community. That's the problem. See, if you're just dealing with the white supremacists, that's okay. We could do that. But dealing with people in our own community, the Boulay and all these other ones in our own community that's against us within our own, on top of the white supremacists. That's why we have the problems that we have in America, and still got problems in America, because of that contingent. And unfortunately, the majority in Black America are on that other team that fights against us. No, not all of them in the Boulay, no. But a lot of them don't want to do nothing. They don't want to be free. They just want the white supremacists just to treat them just a little bit better than what they're doing. If the police just would leave us alone, stop killing us like they doing, let us have a job, man, we could. The majority of Black people don't want to run nothing. They don't want to run nothing. They don't want to control nothing. They don't want to build nothing. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. If you're not 100 about our own community, then and you know I'm right what I'm saying. I don't like saying it, but I'm 100% right on what I'm talking about, because I've been around it long enough. I've seen it. And it is not right for the Black men and women who's trying to fight hard out here, who's trying to save Black America, every day trying to save Black America. Many people came way before everybody else trying to save Black America. And where they at today? A lot of them dead. Some of them got jailed. And look at where we at today. Worse off. Fred Hampton lost his life fighting for Black people. Malcolm X lost his life. Martin Luther King lost his life fighting for Black people. What do we do to honor those brothers? What did we do? Khalid Muhammad spent his whole life fighting for Black people. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad fought his whole life fighting for Black people. You know, Minister Louis Farrakhan, his whole life fighting for Black people. Dr. Claude Anderson spent his whole life fighting for Black people in the area of politics. And we ain't done one iota of nothing that those brothers said to do. Not one iota. We're actually worse off today than we was in the time period those brothers were speaking. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, we ever done one thing that sister said to do? Shahrazad Ali, we ain't no. If you really start paying attention to really what it is, see, when y'all bring to me about it, I'm going to stay here and fight. That's fine. I'm a fighter too. Listen, I love to fight. My ancestors come from the Balanta tribe. That means one who resists. That's in me to fight for something, okay? But I'm not going to fight with people fighting against me. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to fight people that fight with me. Now, I'm a firm believer of you should get with the tribe that you should be with and get with the fighters. But what are we going to do about that contingent in the black community that's fighting against us? You know, the Boule Martins and the Joy Reids and all of them. See, in the white community, they don't have a Boule Martin in the white community. They don't have Joy Reids in the white community fighting against white people, or in the Hispanic community, or the Asian community, or the Indian community, or whoever community you want, the LGBT. Notice they don't have those people in their communities. They're pretty much together. Now, white folks got two different ideologies on how they want to do it, but they both agree we need to maintain white supremacy. That's the fight they have. But we got people literally sabotaging our own community for a few dollars. Do you think I come to the realization of certain things overnight? When you hear me talking about, I'm looking elsewhere at different things, why do you think I say that? It's not that I'm so infatuated with other places. I mean, hell, my whole life was here in America. My whole life, my family, everything here. But I just can't sit there and what about my children? We vote for a party, the Democrat Party, that do nothing for us. You don't want, as a collective, you really don't want nothing. Even your politicians, what is it like Clyburn? Hey, what do you want for helping Biden get in office? Shoo, man, I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing. And that's really what Clyburn said. And people talked about him, including me. But really, what Clyburn said is really how the majority of black people respond. Maybe not some of you that watch us here, because you live a bit more quickened in your mind to things. But be real. In your family, they got people just like Clyburn. I don't want nothing. And we get nothing. Our representation that's in office. They don't want nothing for us. I mean, they getting their checks. That's cool. But they don't want nothing. I'll tell you anybody, I will go on Twitter Spaces and let you tell me why everything you tell me about fighting, and I can hit you right back with what I'm about to say, and you couldn't do nothing but come up with some imaginary pie in the sky things, because I can hit you with facts about what we do in our community and how our greatest problem is the people like the Boule Martins and the rest of them. We can't even get to white supremacy if you really want to talk about it. We can't fully deal with white supremacy because we've been sabotaged from within. No different than back. This stuff been going on since the plantation, folks, so it's nothing new. Black folk fight hard to try to free themselves, and there's other black folk trying to help the white supremacists keep us in bondage. So this, and like I said, I would love to say, listen, I believe in black people. I do. I believe in black people. Yeah, I believe in, but I can only believe in a contingent, that small contingent. I can't believe in the majority, because when you have people who went to college educated people, you talk about Angela Rye. That woman's a lawyer. She went to law school. I interviewed her father, very, smart man, good brother. She comes from a good family. And yet we got people like that. Some of our best and brightest cutting our own throats. You understand? What can we do about that as a community? Y'all let me know in the comments. You just let me know. Because the media already know what to do to get y'all in line to go vote Democrat. They're already doing it. They're already doing it. Now, I'm not saying that black people aren't upset right now, but how long will you be upset? And what could they do to pacify you? Now it would be like, okay, reparations would be the thing to pacify us. Okay, well that would actually be a power move, and I can respect that. But the majority of us ain't not on reparations like that. And they're going to try to sabotage, unfortunately. I'm not saying we shouldn't fight for reparations, but I'm a realist, y'all. I'm a realist, and I have to speak that way as a realist. I'm not a defeatist either. I told you I'm a fighter. But I have to give an accurate assessment of our community so we can actually deal with it. Because I'm a firm believer we need to become extremely hostile to other black people who not like the Boule Martins of the world, etc. We need to be extremely hostile toward them because how I look at them, they work for white supremacy at this point. If you tell me white Jesus and Democrat, well, I look at you no different than working for a white supremacist because that's exactly what your actions is going to do. Is you helping the white supremacists at that point. But y'all let me know, in the comments y'all think about this. I've been doing this over 10 years already, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm just tired. I'm just tired of not seeing progress. I'm tired of it. Or you get a little progress and it don't take much to get you backwards. And they know that. They know it. They got think tanks. They study you. They listen to everything that we say to try to counter it because they know they just give you a little bit and you be like, oh, I'm just happy. But remember, instead of people wanting something, they get I voted sticker. Well, maybe should I send y'all some I voted stickers? Maybe I should get those and send them to y'all. Just make you feel good about yourself. And maybe can you just sit it out if I just give you I voted sticker? Maybe we can do that. Email you some I voted stickers or something. I don't know. But y'all let me know in the comments y'all think about this. I know it's a long one, but yeah, this stuff here is annoying.